I'm here to share an overview of a personal brand strategy with you, show you some highlights of how we would create one together if you did this course, and a case study to give you an example of what one looks like. So a personal brand strategy is two things. Firstly, it's a personal brand statement, and that's the heart of the personal brand strategy. It's a compelling, succinct statement about the unique value that you offer your customers. And it's also a content strategy and marketing plan to bring that statement to life. So you use the statement to inspire social media posts, blog posts, articles, maybe some messaging to put onto your website. So they work hand in hand, but the personal brand statement is the heart of the personal brand strategy. So first I'm going to take you through how we build a personal brand statement. So there is a winning formula to building a personal brand statement. If you can include in it who your audience is, what you do, what you deliver, and what your unique value is, that is a winning combination. Now, the reason you have the audience in there is so that they know it's for you. So you're not necessarily calling them out by name, but you're letting them know that the work that you offer is for them. Now, if you can also express your strengths and how you operate, and if that statement can align with your vision and goals for, your company, if you're running a business, or for your career, if you're in another company, if it can align with those, these are all great bonuses. A big bonus is if you can show how your customers are better off after working with you, then that's a very customer-centric statement. So that's quite wonderful. And then this is an absolute mandatory. It has to be true to you. The statement has to be something that you feel comfortable saying and that you feel confident about saying. So to uncover all the information and insights you need to create your personal brand statement, you're going to do a little research project. And that's going to include some primary research and secondary research. Primary research is one-on-one research where you're connecting directly with somebody and asking them questions. So in this case, we're talking about customer surveys or customer interviews, or surveys with your team, maybe interviews with your team. For the secondary research, that's desk research. So you can do that from your desk. That's going to include gathering client testimonials and feedback from previous work that you've done. You'll also do a Clifton Strengths test that's going to uncover all the wonderful strengths that you hold in your unique mix of strengths. And then you'll capture all of these insights on our Insights worksheet. So this is your Insights worksheet. As you move through the research process, you're going to put all of your insights into each of the little boxes. And then as you move to the end of the process, you're going to narrow down the insights for the ones that you'll actually use to create your statement. So I'll run it through it with you quickly. In the top left, we've got your audience. You're going to either describe who your audience is, or you're going to have a description that infers who they are in the statement so that people who read your statement know that it's for them. In the middle top, you've got what you do and what you deliver. That's going to be what you create or what you put out there into the world. And then the impacts and results on the top right, that's how your customer is better off after either having an experience with you or purchasing something from you. It's basically the benefits or the outcomes of working with you. On the bottom left, you're going to have your strengths. You're going to list your strengths that you'll gather during your strengths test that you're going to do. And some nice words and language you like is going to go in there. And then in the bottom middle, you've got your strengths in action. So you're going to have some action statements of how you put your strengths into action. On the bottom right, you've got your unique value. And this value might be one strength that you have or a combination of strengths, or it might be an impact that you have. This one becomes really clear towards the end of the process when you see all of the insights, and it's kind of like your secret sauce, your special sauce. So then you will take all of those key insights and you'll pull together combinations of each of them. So something from a description of the audience, something from a description of what you do, what you deliver, and something from your unique value. And you'll start adding in some things like your strengths and the impact that you have, showing how customer is better off. And you'll create a number of different concepts or combinations of elements, and then you'll start drafting statements. And I'm going to take you through an example of this process that I did with a client, so that you can see how the insights turn into a personal brand statement. So Clay Gillespie is a financial advisor. He's a wealth management advisor. He's also a retirement planning expert and the managing director of a wealth management company called RGF Integrated Wealth. And he is an absolute expert in retirement planning. He's been doing it for over 28 years. So I'm going to give you some of the key elements that came out of his process. So the audience, because retirement planning is his niche of wealth management advising, really he's looking at the pre-retirees age. So he's looking to attract customers that are coming in to plan their retirement, so 50 to 60 years of age. He's looking at Canadians. Canadians are his market because there's different advisory laws and compliance in different countries, so you tend to keep within your country. So different ways of saying this, that 50, 60-year-old Canadians could be maturing Canadians, seasoned Canadians, and there's many other versions of that too. Things that he does and things that he delivers include financial planning for retirement. I mean, that's what he does. That's the thing that he does. He also offers integrated financial planning. So investment, estate planning, tax support, and a number of other things that can be involved and related to retirement planning. And the unique value that he offers is that he is a retirement planning expert. There are not a lot of retirement planning experts in Canada because the nature of the industry is wealth management advisors are experts in a number of different wealth management planning. So there's not that many that are actually just retirement planning experts. And he's been doing it for over 28 years, which is a very long time, which means he's built up a very tight expertise and speciality. He is unequivocally a retirement planning expert. In fact, people go to him for quotes. Journalists go to him for quotes. Financial writers and analysts go to him for quotes about retirement planning. So when he did his strengths test, the things that came out was that he's a relator. So he relates really well to people, like he wants them to feel comfortable and he understands their position quite quickly. He's strategic. He sees around corners, which is the joke that we made throughout the process. He's always looking for the many different ways you can get from point A to point B. And with retirement planning, it's over so many decades. So things change and you've got to realign the plan. And that feeds into the next strength, which is a ranger. So he's always rearranging the plan to respond to what's happening in the economy, to respond to what's happening in the client's life that he's doing the plan for. And futuristic, this is quite a wonderful strength because he's always looking to the future. He's not limited by his beliefs about around the present. And then finally, achiever. So he is always looking to achieve success for himself and his clients. When I researched his clients, did a number of interviews with a variety of his clients and looked at his testimonials for all his clients and his feedback, the things that came back that came up many times was that he really explained things in an easy to understand way, which is quite important because in the wealth management world, clients can feel a little bamboozled by the whole wealth management world because they don't feel like financial experts. So this being able to explain things in an easy to understand way just makes it's very welcoming, it's very friendly, it's very open, and it's sharing of knowledge in a way that isn't intimidating. Secondly, delivering results, that he always delivers results. Like that was just table stakes when you worked with him. And then the third one was that he removes worry. So I think this also links to his relator strength as well, is that he really cares about his clients and he's doing the planning so that he can remove worry from them. And then finally, he instills confidence. I think this relates to how he likes to explain things in easy to understand ways because he really ensures that his clients understand what's happening with their investments and what's happening with their plan, so that they feel confident about it. So they don't, whilst they rely on him, they don't feel like they have to rely on him for everything. They feel confident in their financial decisions. So all of those were brought together in an insights worksheet, and the personal brand statement that was created as a result was: helping Canadians retire smarter, richer and happier for over 28 years. So Clay Gillespie is helping Canadians retire smarter, richer and happier over 28 years. And this is the short version. Consider this like a tagline or something you can put after your signature. A longer, more conversational version is: I help Canadians retire smarter, richer and happier every single day, and I've been doing it for over 28 years. So I help Canadians retire smarter, richer and happier every single day, and I've been doing it for over 28 years. The important thing about this statement is that it's something he can say, and it's in a colloquial and conversational language that, he can speak. So it's not like a stiff marketing message. And the one before it is also just a very simple, succinct, compelling message. So I'm going to take you through some reasons for why this personal brand statement works really well, because it's important to go back and rationalize. It helps us make sure that we have used the insights really well and that we've covered all our bases. So remember the formula back in the beginning. We want to cover off the audience, what you deliver, and what the unique value is. So here we call out the audience by saying he helps Canadians. And he's saying he helps Canadians retire, so they're retirees and pre-retirees. And then what he does and what he delivers. So we don't talk about that he does wealth management planning, because, and that's the thing that's the action he takes. It's how he does what he does. But what he actually delivers is smarter, richer and happier clients. So it's more thinking about it from the client's perspective and from the customer's benefit. And then the unique value is him being a retirement expert. So how this is communicated is we say that he does it every single day. And by doing it every single day means you're only working on that and nothing else. Only working in that field of retirement planning. And then he's been doing it for over 28 years. So this is showing he's doing it every day for over 28 years. I mean, how can he not be an expert with that sort of longevity? And then there's the bonus of the client outcome, the client, feeling smarter, richer and happier. That's a bonus. Something to consider here, because he was in the wealth management world, was that we had to be mindful of compliance. And you may have laws governing your industry, or you may not. But if you do, you want to consider those in any marketing messages. So in the world of compliance, you can't promise an outcome. You can't promise a return on your investment, for example. So here we're talking about helping. We're not talking about, definitely delivering a return. So it's a compliance friendly statement, and that may or may not be relevant to you, but just letting you know in case it is. Now let's just go back and join some dots. So you remember that when I did the research with the clients about what they appreciated, the 4 things that came out was that he explained things in easy to understand ways, that he delivered results, that he removed worry, and that he instilled confidence. So let's have a quick look at the statement again. So up in the top left, this statement is a confident declaration. I think you can only say this statement if you can truly deliver. So it really does instill confidence and helps decrease worry. On the top right, retiring smarter shows that you educate clients, which is part of the explaining, which is an expression of explaining things in easy to understand ways. And then on the bottom, the clarity of this description, it simplifies the complex for the clients. So, making things easy to understand. So you can see that this ties back to the things that the clients value. Okay, and let's remember his top strengths: a relator, a strategic, arranger, futuristic, and achiever. So let's see where they are in there. So up in the top left, we have help. So he says help, and it was very intentional that we use the word help. So help is a relator. It's welcoming, it's inviting. I'm helping you. I'm not telling you, I'm not guiding you, I'm not instructing you, I'm helping you. On the top right, smarter, richer, and happier shows that you work for your client's best interests. And then on the bottom right, the friendly conversational language is very personable. It's not salesy. So I think that kind of ties into the relator as well. And then happier. So this, one of the strengths was relator. He really wants to make sure that his clients are happy. Like if he can help them have enough money through their retirement to live the life they want and not be worrying about financial security, then that helps them live a happier life. And then on the bottom left, the results themselves are proof of excellent financial planning. You know, the fact that he does help clients retire smarter, richer, and happier, like richer is in there. So we know that the financial return is there. And the results are also proof of him looking into the future, being a futurist, him being a strategist, making great plans, him being a ranger, like rearranging plans as needed over the many decades of retirement planning, and him being an achiever. And then delivering results is a strength. That's the achiever one. So you can see how everything ties back. And the important thing to note here is you don't have to say these things overtly, but they can be communicated, they can be implied by the language you use and the words that you use. So where can this personal brand statement live? So the first part of a personal brand strategy is building the personal brand statement, and it is the heart of the personal brand strategy. The second part is creating a little content plan for how it can go out into the world, like where can you place it? And there are a lot of places that a personal brand statement can live straight off the bat. Up in the top left, if you have a website, you can put it up there. If you're in a company, you can put it beside your bio. You can put it on your LinkedIn. You can put it on the signature of your email or on the signature of your letterhead. You can put it on the back or the front of your business card. Like that is a wonderful statement. Your business card then becomes a marketing machine for you. If you do speaking, or you have any work with the media, then you can include your personal brand statement and a headshot as part of that package. If you send newsletters out into the world, or if you have email campaigns, you can start your email with it, or you can sign off your email. If you write articles, you can start the article or end the article with it. You can use the statement to inspire the content of the article. If you're going to create social media posts, the statement can inspire a number of different ideas for many social media posts. Or it can be a tagline. So really, your personal brand statement is a calling card. It's a signature. It's a tagline. It's that short, succinct, compelling message of the unique value that only you offer. It can also become a brand identity. So if you're building a business and you're going to brand yourself, your statement can actually fuel what your brand looks like and what it says. And I just want to let you know what Clay said of his experience going through this process with me. I really enjoyed working with Annabelle. She spends a lot of time to understand your story and how best to articulate it. She wants to be authentic, and she wants it to be authentic and not just another marketing story or image. And this is really important, and it is really true. I have built this process and I've tested it many, many times because it helps me pull out the unique value, the unique, honest and authentic value that a person brings to the world. And it's important to me that that is authentic because it helps you, the person using it, connect authentically with other people. If you want to learn more about this case study, you can go to my website with this link. You can go to case studies and to Clay Gillespie, and you'll see what we did with his personal brand statement afterwards. We actually built a whole social media campaign from. Now that's a more elaborate project, and it's not necessarily something you need to do, but it's nice if you want to get a little bit more detail on the process. So that is your course preview complete. I hope you got a really good understanding of what a personal brand strategy is, a nice little overview of what the process is to create one, and you feel inspired by seeing an example of one that you could create yourself. So if the time is right for you to do this work, and it's wonderful work, then sign up today for the Personal Brand Strategy course and start uncovering the unique and compelling value that you offer and articulating it beautifully in a personal brand statement and putting that message out into the world so that you can attract your ideal customers.